I'm very excited today because we're going to be featuring the Jaguar XK140, which I own. Well, this model version anyway. One can but dream, you know. And this is the real thing. But there are some differences between the 120 and the 140. For example, the 140 was 3.5 inches bigger inside the cockpit. And the back is different as well. We had the chrome strip going down the back here of the boots. We've got the Jaguar badge, Winling Mons 1951 to 1953. The lights on the back were much smaller, and the overriders here on the 120 is just an overrider. This time on the 140 they put in the whole bumper section as well. At the front, the grille basically stayed the same, except the bars were more rounded and it incorporated the Jaguar badge. But the famous emblem on the front, that was an added extra, believe it or not. And they also added in these side indicator lights as well on the 140. So here we are with the real owner of the car, Ron. So Ron, where did you get this car from?
Well, back in 1967, I had a Ford Consul Mark II, and a friend of mine had a TR2, and he took me out for a ride in it, and I fell in love with the sports car, and I ended up buying the TR2 off of him for £175 back then, which was a lot of money. I had the car for about 6 months, and my wife hated it because she thought it was so bumpy, and after the Consul was quite luxurious, so we decided that I still wanted a sports car, and I thought, okay, let's go up a grade, and I thought Austin Healey. Looked in the exchange and mart, and I found out Austin Healey 106 for sale, which was £235, and the guy lived in Billericay. So I went with this friend of mine who owned this Jaguar. We drove over to Billericay, and he wouldn't come down on the price, and I couldn't afford that sort of money, so we came back, and we were sitting in his driveway talking to him, and he said, well, I'm going to sell this if you want to buy it. So I said, well, what sort of money do you want? He said, £200. So I agreed, and I sold the TR2 for £195. But £5 then was a lot of money because I was earning something like £20 a week. So I said, well, can I owe you the £5? And he said, yeah, okay. He said, but I'm starting up in business on my own, so don't leave it too long. So I said, fine. Well, 2 weeks later, I got a knock on the door, and there he was asking for his £5. And I thought, oh God. So I said, hold on. Back in them days, when we first got married, money was tight, so we had these little tin boxes. We used to put money in for rates and mortgages, etc. So I went and stole £1 out of each of them and give him the £5 to get him off my back. And that's the story.
It seems amazing now, doesn't it? £5 in those days, in 1967.
Oh, it was a lot of money then.
A lot of money.
It was a quarter of my wages. It was like somebody earning £1,000 a week now and spending £250.
Yeah, yeah. And you've obviously had many years of lovely motoring in this car.
I have.
What's it like on a summer's day? It's
beautiful. Top down. It's hard work. You've got no power steering, no disc brakes. So it's not easy to drive, not like a modern car. But just to go out for a nice ride in it when the sun's shining, it's lovely.
Now there's room in this boot for a nice picnic basket, isn't there? Tell us about the boot space.
The boot space is quite good, yeah. I've got a picnic basket, and on the odd occasion we have taken it out and had a picnic, yeah, it's fine, yeah.
Now you're having a special key, don't you? Tell us what that does.
The special key undoes the lid inside the boot where the spare wheel is, and it also takes the spats off, which they call, that cover the back wheels.
Yeah. Now this car didn't have spats, did it, when you bought it?
No, it didn't. And again, this friend of mine, he was buying another car, and we went to look at it in this very old workshop, and when I walked in, I walked over these bits of metal on the floor, and when I looked at them again, I thought they look very much like the spats that go on my car. And I said to the chap, what's the story behind these? And he said, well, we've had a car in similar to the one you've got, and the guy wanted wire wheels on it, and when you have wire wheels put on them, you can't have the spats because of the spinners.
Yeah.
So I said, well, can I buy them off you? He said, yeah. So I bought the spats off of him, and hence I had the the right thing on the car
For 20 quid?
for £20.
For £20. Now, interested, just talking about the spoke wheels, because this hasn't got the spoke wheels, and you traditionally think of this one with it, but it hasn't, because why?
Well, they were an optional extra.
Right.
Some people didn't like them, and the pressed steel ones were easier to clean, easier to look after, whereas the wire wheels, you have to make sure that they're okay, all the wires are right in them, and so it's an easier option.
Yeah. The engine.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about that?
Well, it's been totally rebuilt back in the 70s again. It's a 3.5 litre twin overhead cam, straight six, capable of about 130 mile an hour, 0 to 60, 11.5 seconds.
Now tell us, what is the fastest you've ever gone in this car?
100, and it frightened the life out of me. I take my hat off to the likes of Sterling Moss and Mike Hawthorne. They were heroes.
Yeah. Did it shake a bit?
I did.
That's brilliant. Let's talk about inside the cockpit. There's a few bits and pieces you can tell us about, isn't there? Particularly this wood.
The wood, again, when I'd done the work on it in the early years, I took it all out because my trade was carpentry and joinery, and I repolished all the wood, refitted it all back again.
It looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
These ashtrays here are amazing. They always amaze me. They're tiny.
It's tiny.
You just imagine the ash going everywhere. Not that you want to smoke in a car like this.
That's right. Yeah.
Now the indicator lights we talked about earlier on, the signal lights added to the 140. But you was telling me about the little switches on the top.
There's little red pods on the top, and when you've got the lights on in the dark, they glow, so it lets you know whether the bulbs are working or not.
Right, that's a nice little touch.
When you're driving along, if you put the lights on, then you know that you've got your lights are working.
The seats inside here are lovely, but they've been recently done. Tell us about that.
They were the original seats right up till last year, but they were getting very tired. And a very good friend of mine's wife is an upholsterer. She does household stuff, settees and things like that. But I finally talked her around to doing my car, which she's made an absolute splendid job of. Yeah.
She has, they look great, don't they? Really do. If you could sum up what it is about this car that you love, what would it be?
It's a Jaguar. It's got beautiful lines, always attracts a lot of attention. It's always a good talking point. Sometimes, if I am using it in the summer, I might stop off at a shop or somewhere to pop in for a paper or something and come out, and then I'm another half hour talking to somebody about the car, and I'll get home and my wife says, "Where the hell have you been?" Yeah,
imagine, In this great garage you've got here, you've got all these fantastic adorned on the walls, all these jigsaw puzzles you've been doing, all of the classic cars and models and scenes of times gone by. They're great, aren't they?
They are, yeah. At the best times.
They are the best times, I agree. I bet you're glad though that you found that £5 for this car.
Oh man, yeah.
As you bought the car in 1967, that was the summer of love.
It was, the Beatles.
The Beatles, I hope you had your Sgt. Pepper's playing as you were driving down the road here. Yeah, well, I didn't. I was only one, unfortunately. I didn't know about it, being such a young pup. Well, thank you ever so much, Ron, for showing us your XK140.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, it has been for me, certainly. I was wondering whether you'd swap yours for mine.
I think I might show you the front door.
Right, okay, that's told me. So join us next time down the barns, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.